So how can we again build regenerative and redistributive systems? We often do this, and it's a very basic thing, and please just email me or connect to me on Instagram. I'm happy to share with you our wheel of opportunity. We have 2, 3, 4 one-pagers where you can easily get going yourself in an hour and think of how can I apply this to my business. And these are 7 key pillars of the circular economy. I want to give you a couple of examples how they look very, very practical. One is we have to prioritize regenerative resources. Obvious, the whole energy transition is happening big time, also in North America, and I know, having lived in Edmonton, how important there not always regenerative resources are. So it's a big conversation that we have to engage all sectors with to see where we're going to get in the future. That's a beer, for example, brewed in Holland that uses rainwater as an ingredient. A very small example, but just one way of thinking about regenerative resources. A very famous outdoor brand is using now plastic. We have heard it from these very inspiring entrepreneurs before. They're using recovered plastic to make very beautiful high-end products. A very normal, or hopefully very normal in the future, but a very clear example of how you can upscale and upcycle. We did a project with Philips that is producing and manufacturing MRI scanners that are not affordable for every hospital in the world. And we thought of how can we make this into as a service, into a leasing model, which is a model that is often used in the circular economy. And we advised them to build a remanufacturing hub in Rotterdam, where they are bringing all the MRI scanners globally back into the system, so they're never losing the resources they actually used to produce such a thing. One of the very good outcomes of this was that MRI scanners therefore became much cheaper and much more accessible to emerging economies and developing countries. What's still missing is, what we haven't done with them yet, is what were actually the effects in terms of employment, in terms of, in detail. What we know is it had very positive effects on the value chain and from an economic point of view, and also in terms of less greenhouse gas emissions used.